Now continuing with the wave model, as I said you, the first will come to the wavelength. Wavelength is denoted with the letter lambda. Wavelength. Alright, and its unit is SI unit is what is that? Meter, you know. But here that is wavelength. We are not calculating in meter because meter will be a very large unit for an to calculate the wavelength of an atom. Understood? To calculate the wavelength of an electromagnetic waves, it will be very large. So hence generally we calculate in picometer. Got it? Picometer. So what is 1 picometer? 1 picometer is nothing but 10 to the power minus 12 meter. This you must know it because of course it will be given in picometer, but you have to convert it into meter, isn't it? SI unit. Similarly, it can be in nanometer also. 1 nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Similarly, it can be in angstrom also. 1 angstrom is nothing but 10 to the power minus 10 meter, we can say. So this relationship you need to remember it because it will be used in the numericals. Alright? So fine. Now what is wavelength? Wavelength is what? It is nothing but the distance between the consecutive crest and trough. Two consecutive crest and trough. This is the crest and this is the trough. So the distance from here to here is one wavelength. It is nothing but one wavelength. Or you can take this is this much crest, you will take it, and this much again the consecutive crest, you will take it. So from distance from here to half here is nothing but one wavelength, we can say that. So whatever it is, the distance between two consecutive crest and trough is known as wavelength, denoted with the letter lambda, we can say that. Next we'll come to the frequency. Frequency means number of waves, alright, passing through a particular point in 1 second is known as a frequency, we can say that. That is, it's defined as the number of waves passing through a point in 1 second is known as the frequency. Now the symbol for frequency is nu, N-U-U, nu, alright. And what is its unit? What I said, number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. So hence, its SI unit is hertz, denoted with letter Hz, hertz, or we can say second inverse, or we can say minute inverse, or we can say cycles per second. That also can be said to be a cycles per second. 1 cycle per second is 1 hertz, alright, or 1 second inverse is nothing but 1 hertz. We can say hertz was the name of scientist. The symbol is Hz, we can say that is your frequency. Next, after that, wave velocity. It is nothing but, it is defined as, the wave velocity means number of waves that is passing through a point in 1 second, already said you. It is nothing but the linear distance traveled by the wave in 1 second, that is called as a wave velocity. Linear distance traveled, linear distance, this is a linear distance, straight, linear means straight. The linear distance traveled by the wave in 1 second, that is called as wave velocity. Because you know velocity is what? Nothing but displacement by time, same thing. So velocity is nothing but, what we can say is here, is nothing but it is nu lambda. Alright? Velocity is nothing but, it is nothing but calculated to be as nu lambda. Why? Because lambda is measured in meter, SI unit, and nu is nothing but second inverse, so meter per second. Second inverse means 1 by second, so meter per second, in this way. So V is equal to nu lambda. We can say that. This is the formula to calculate the wave velocity, so to say. Clear? Next, after that we'll come to, that is the amplitude. Amplitude. What is amplitude? Amplitude is the height of the crest or the depth of the trough is known as the amplitude. The height of the crest or the depth of the trough. Height of the crest, let us say it is denoted by A, or it's small a. So this is your amplitude. Its unit is also same thing, either meter or centimeter. CGS unit is centimeter and SI unit is meter, we can say that. Clear? That is the same as a unit of length. Amplitude is being expressed as. Now, next is wave number. Wave number is nothing but, it is defined as the number of waves present in 1 centimeter length. Number of waves present in 1 centimeter length. In 1 centimeter length, how many waves are there? That is called as a wave number. We can say that. Or we can say that it is a reciprocal of wavelength. So wave number is nu bar is nothing but 1 by lambda. It is a reciprocal of wavelength. Reciprocal of wavelength. So unit of nu bar is what? Nu bar is wave number, mind it. What is that? It is either meter inverse or centimeter inverse. In SI unit it is meter inverse, and in CGS unit it is centimeter inverse, so to say. We can say that. So we understood everything. That is, we understood what is your that is wavelength, we understood your wave number, we understood wave velocity, we understood frequency, we understood amplitude, everything we understood regarding the wave nature of an electromagnetic rays, we can say that. Now, next is, after that we'll come to After that we'll come to, that is, what are the electromagnetic rays? What are the electromagnetic waves? I mean, which waves are coming under electromagnetic, this particular say waves? Which waves are coming? Which rays are coming? Or in one word I should say, what is an electromagnetic spectrum? Now generally electromagnetic spectrum in terms of wavelength, it ranges from 10 to the power minus 16 to 10 to the power 4 meter. Alright, 10 to the power minus 16, 10 to the power minus 10 to the power 4 meter. In between you will get 10 to the power minus 6 meter, which is your visible wavelength, which is your visible rays. Visible is nothing but is your VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. That is your visible rays is coming under it. That is VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. It is being on an approximation. I am saying on an average. I am saying you. It ranges from the VIBGYOR, where the violet. It ranges from, what you can say, 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer on an average, approximately. I am saying 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer. The wavelength of the violet is 400 nanometer, and for the red is your 800 nanometer. The wavelength, we can say that. Clear? Otherwise, the electromagnetic spectrum ranges from 10 to the power minus 16 meter to 10 to the power minus 4 meter, 10 to the power 4 meter, and 10 to the power minus 6 meter. In that particular range, we are getting the visible rays, and visible rays is nothing but is your VIBGYOR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and in which the wavelength of the violet is 400 nanometer and wavelength of red is your 800 nanometer. So to say, approximately we can say that. Clear? Now, next is electromagnetic spectrum starts from here. It starts from cosmic rays. Alright? The smallest is your cosmic rays. Cosmic, you know, that is the rays which comes from the sun and all those things. They are known as the cosmic rays. Alright? Then after that we are having, after the cosmic rays, we are having the next one is your gamma rays. The smallest is your cosmic rays, 10 to the power minus 16 meter. Next is your gamma rays. Next, after gamma rays, we are having the X-rays. We can say that. That is X-rays. After X-rays, we are having, that is your UV rays. We are having UV, ultraviolet light, UV rays. Let me write rays, that's better. UV rays, we can say that. Then after that, you get the visible one. Alright, after UV rays, you get the visible one. After visible, you get it as infrared. We can say that. Infrared rays. After infrared, you get it as microwaves. Got it? After microwaves, you will be getting it as short radio waves. Short radio waves. After short radio waves, you will be getting it as long radio waves. Long radio. Let me rub it this one, otherwise you will be confused. It is long radio waves. After short radio waves, you will be getting long radio waves. The short radio waves is nothing but is your FM or AIM channel. We can say that. And the long radio waves is nothing but the All India radio. It's long radio waves. It's considered to be us. Alright, clear. So in this way, cosmic rays, then after that the gamma rays, then after that the X-rays, then after that the ultraviolet, then we are having the visible, I told you already. Then after visible, the infrared, because beyond red is infrared and below violet is your ultraviolet. So before visual you are getting UV, and after visual you are getting infrared. Beyond red is infrared. Then the microwaves, you know that microwaves, then short radio and long radio waves I have said you. So ultimately it reaches 10 to the power 4 meter. This is your electromagnetic spectrum, so to say. Alright, which I have said you already. You can calculate the frequency. You have given you the wavelength. You know the velocity already, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. You can use this and you can calculate the, what you can say, the frequency of this particular, all the electromagnetic spectrum. You can calculate it. Clear? Or the electromagnetic rays, I should say that you can calculate it. Fine. So this is about your electromagnetic spectrum. Now, after the electromagnetic spectrum, we are having the next theory. Alright, there are some limitations of this particular theory. The next theory we are having is a Planck's quantum theory. The Planck's quantum theory. Now, what are the limitations of the electromagnetic wave theory? First, we'll see it. Now, electromagnetic wave theory, of course, it what you can say, made us understood about the interference, about the diffraction of the light. Now, these two terms you'll be studying in physics. Interference of light, diffraction of light. When you'll be studying optics in physics, your teacher will teach you about the interference and the diffraction. Of course, electromagnetic rays teaches us this. Of course, we haven't studied now, but it teaches us definitely. Now, but electromagnetic rays could not explain about the black body radiation. It could not explain about the photoelectric effect. Alright? It could not explain about the photoelectric effect. It could not explain anything about the line spectra. After this, we are going to study the absorption spectra, the emission spectra. I could not explain anything about it. So now we are going to study all these things. Because see, one theory limitation gives rise to another theory. So there was a limitations of electromagnetic wave theory which gave rise to your Planck's quantum theory. Alright, so to say, we can say that. Now, next is, first I said that it could not explain the black body radiation. Now, black body radiation does not mean that the body is black. No, it's not necessary. It may or may not be. Might be also that body is black, but it's not necessary that the body should be black, then only it's called as black body radiation. So what is black body radiation? See, if a substance when it is heated, which is known as a black body, if it is a good absorber as well as a good emitter, understand it, which substance is known as a black body? If it is a good absorber, that means it can absorb the heat very easily and also it can release the heat also very easily. If it's a good absorber as well as a good emitter, and a perfect absorber as well as a perfect emitter, we can say that. So that particular body is considered to be as a black body, we can say that. That is known as black body, which can emit and absorbs all frequencies of the light, we can say that, of light radiations. It is known as a black body. In simple words, I can say that black body means a substance, metal of course it has to be. When it is heated, it's a good absorber as well as a good emitter. That means it can absorb all frequency of light rays as well as it can emit. It can lose also at the same time. Alright, now initially electromagnetic wave theory believes that the light rays which is being emitted, listen carefully to this point, very important. It is emitted continuously in the form of spectrum. Continuously the light rays is being emitted from that particular substance, continuously it is being given out in the form of waves. Continuously, remember it. Now, that means according to electromagnetic radiation, it was taken that the light ray or the rays which was being emitted from the electromagnetic, what you can say, from that particular body which emits the light rays. Now I said it can be an incandescent bulb, it can be a metal, any hot metal, we can say that. It was considered that electromagnetic radiation depends upon the intensity of the waves. It depends upon intensity of the waves. But later on, it was found that it also depends upon the frequency of the wavelength. The energy which is emitted or the energy which is absorbed, isn't it? It can absorb as well as emit. I said it just now to you. So it depends upon frequency, not intensity only. It depends upon frequency also. Alright, it depends upon, we can say that. That is, previously it was believed that it depends upon intensity, means if the intensity is going to increase, the light rays which is absorbing or emitting is also going to increase. But later on, by the Planck's quantum theory, it was established that it depends upon the frequency of the light which is absorbed or emitted. It depends upon. Got it? Now, how it is, we can say that. And moreover, now how do we came to know to this particular conclusion that it depends upon frequency? Suppose if it depends upon only, that is what you can say, intensity, then why the change in color is observed when a body is being heated? For example, when a metal is being heated, initially you will see it is red, starting in the beginning. Then after that, it turns to yellow. Gradually, as it gains more and more heat, it changes to yellow, the color. Alright, you might have observed it, this particular thing. Then it changes to, that is, you can say, this blue, and finally it becomes, that is nothing but white, we can say, white light, we are getting it, like the sunlight, we are getting the white light. I can say you one example. When the sun, it rises in the morning, it appears to be red, isn't it? Clear? Then after some time, yellowish. When the light, it spreads throughout, it is yellowish. Alright, when the sun is at noon, it is completely, what is that? White. Alright, and the sky appears to you, what is that? When the light gets scattered, it appears to you blue. If the sky does not have any cloud, it appears to you blue, isn't it? And the sun appears to you at noon as white. Clear? So any object also same thing. When you are heating a particular object, you might have seen it in the lab also same thing. Clear? So it is appearing to you red, then yellow. So there is a change in color. If the energy, listen carefully now, if the energy would have been emitted continuously or absorbed continuously or emitted continuously, then you will be seeing only one color, but you will not see several colors. As there is a change in color, that means here the electromagnetic radiations does not only depend upon intensity but also depends upon frequency. For that purpose, there is a change in color. Alright, as it depends upon frequency, as you know, the frequency changes. Definitely, just now I told you, Vibyur, isn't it? V-I-B-G-Y-O-R, Vibyur. Here, what I said you, the wavelength is, how much I said? it is nothing but 400 nanometer. So, and here it is 800 nanometer approximately, I said. So, and what is the velocity? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So, you calculate the frequency here, you calculate the frequency here. Frequency will be same or what? No, frequency is changing. So, hence, for that purpose, there is a change in color. Alright, so that it was ascertained that the frequency is changing, it's increasing. Definitely, when you are heating a particular object, it absorbs more and more energy. Alright, and hence the frequency is increasing, and due to which there is a change in color. This was given by Planck's quantum theory. For that purpose, body, when it is being heated, alright, it changes its color. So, remember this particular thing. When you are heating a particular object, what happens is that it gains energy, it gains heat. Alright, due to which its energy is, due to which its frequency is changing. Alright, as the frequency is changing, so for that particular reason, what you find is that it changes its color. Clear? Understood? Understood all of you what I said here? Now, next is, this is about your black body radiations. Next we'll come to your photoelectric effect. Thank you.